Hello guys, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of dream experiences I had recently in the last couple of days. Well then, let's see. So you can see that I'm not filming myself, I'm filming the environment that I'm in. I just like this format. I might film again in the nature in future, but for now this will do since it's already dark outside. So yeah, I was gonna talk about a dream I had, which was the first dream I had was pretty interesting. I don't remember a lot of it, but it was fun. So the dream, I think the first thing I remember would be. Uh, oh, I already forgot a lot of it. So it was a fun dream where I was with my friends. I was in a weird house, and my friend was talking about how my friend Kruno was talking about how this reality isn't real, how we were in a fake reality. I didn't know that it was a dream at the time, so maybe there was something there, but I don't know. And we were just being in this house. I was investigating a little, just looking around, and then there's a kind of a memory gap. I don't really remember what was right after that, but shortly after, there were some other things that happened. Well, so yeah, oh yeah, I was in space, and I was in a spaceship, and I was looking at a screw in the wall, and in the wall of the spaceship, and it was I noticed that the spaceship had really thin walls, and I was really scared that the cold vacuum of space and me were being separated just by this thin metal wall, and which had this screw in it that was so easily unscrewable, and I just freaked out, and I immediately got the realization that I was in a dream somehow, and I've been getting that a lot lately. Every time something bad happens, I just gain the knowledge, that the awareness that I'm in a dream somehow. So I just thought to myself, yeah, oh man, I have to wake up. This is shit. I have to wake up, and I woke up. The next dream is a bit more eventful, a bit more. Well, I remember it as such. It was recent. A lot of things happened. I was uh, I was in a pool that I dreamed about when I was a kid. This I at least I think I did. Either I gained the idea that I've dreamed about this pool when I was a kid in the dream as a false memory, or I genuinely had several dreams about this very pool which I was in also as a kid. So I was swimming around, and I had a general vague sort of awareness that I was in a dream, and I was under the water, but I wasn't able to breathe. Now I wanted, for some reason, I really wanted to respect the context of the dream, so I wasn't able to breathe underwater, and I had to come like I had this weird ability where I could have pulled a weird looking spherical chamber out of another sort of reality and put it around myself so I can breathe, but I wasn't able to swim to the top and get out of the water to get some air. So that was really weird. I was pulling these things out of another freaking dimension, but I wasn't able to do something as simple as coming up for air to breathe. I was surrounded in this pool complex. I was surrounded by a lot of pretty hot ladies. They were all over me. It was really fun. It was crazy fun experience. And in this dream, I was also with a there was also a friend that I knew in real life. He was also in there next to me in the pool, and so yeah, that was a pretty fun dream. Although I did have some technical mechanical problems with swimming and keeping my clothes on for some reason. So this pool was connected to a karate, whatever you pronounce it. There was like a training area for karate people and stuff, and it was right next to the pool. It was more like one big building. It was so weird. So the girls that were sitting next to me were talking about the training and that kind of stuff. So yeah, after that I went with my dad somewhere to, and I was driving a tractor and I had to do some stuff. As I drove the tractor, we had to crush into some weird, sort of weird, neatly stacked pebbles in columns, and there was a lot of them. And they were coins. They were like metaphorical for video game coins. And the more we crashed into, the more we collected. And they all, they all like automatically broke when you touched them with your, when you touched them with a tractor. It was really video game like. And then my dad left, so I had to manually sweep the coins out of the road. And there was a big hole in the road, and there were other people with tractors trying to build something, trying to go somewhere. So I had to help them clean the road and such things. One of the people, he said to me that we were going to make a song cover, that we that he was. I told him to leave me a message on Facebook after the constructions or whatever they were doing were finished. But he just told me that we have to make a song cover later. I have no idea. It doesn't really make sense. So after that, I drove the tractor in the sort of a street corner, and there was several cafe shops. And then I looked inside the tractor and I knew, wow, this is a dream. I can do whatever I want with this. But I didn't really do much. The tractor looked pretty modern, really different from every tractor that I've ever seen. And so I left it and explored some coffee shops. Later I came to one of the coffee shops and had a drink. So my friend walked in, and then I saw another friend who isn't really a friend, who I'm in a who I had a fight with, and he was looking at me and we were smiling at each other. But in the context of the dream, it was like we were friends again, like but in reality we never really got back together again. So that's one of the false memories that happen in the dream for some reason. Yeah, this entire dream context was weird. So there was some animals, cats and dogs in the coffee shop, and there was a lot of friends for my elementary school. And it was really, it was just really weird. Everyone was talking about weird stuff, and there was a cat, and we had to protect it from the dog. And there was some melted cheese on a plate. Then we put the little cat on the plate and covered it with melted cheese. If that makes any sense, but I know it doesn't. It shouldn't. And then I brought the cat with the cheese outside of the room, so it can be free.